be your instructor for the semester, Instructor ARomero. Welcome to English 101, College Reading and Composition. I look forward to spending the next 8 weeks, well, essentially 7 weeks of the semester with you. If you noticed, while the semester officially begins on February 9th, we will not be meeting in person during the first week of the semester, which is February 14th and 15th. However, even though we're not meeting in person, you are still expected to complete the work ahead or complete it before we meet officially in person on February 21st and 22nd. So it's very important for you to do the work before we meet in person, otherwise you're going to be behind. Because when we meet, even though it will be the first week of the semester, we will be on the second week in regards to the coursework. Alright, the first thing that I want to go over with you is some important information. I encourage you to please read the syllabus thoroughly. It has a lot of important information that will help you throughout the semester. It will help you successfully complete the class. And I do want to highlight a couple of things. The first thing that you need to note is when the class meets. We meet on Saturday morning at LA City College from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Or if you'd rather go in the afternoon, you can go to LA Southwest College, and that class meets at 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock p.m. If you'd rather go to class on Sundays, you can go to LA Pierce College from 9 a.m. to 12 noon, or you can go to LA Valley College from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. It's a matter of choice whether you want to go to class on Saturday or Sunday, the morning or the afternoon. It doesn't really matter as long as you go to class on either one of those days at any of the 4 convenient times for you. Once again, just make sure that you don't go to class on February 14th or 15th. We will not be meeting in person. However, we will pick up on week 2, which will be February 21st and 22nd. Make sure that you're aware of the fact that in order to pass this class, you need to pass the class with a 70%, that's averaging a C, and you will need a valid driver's license or ID with a photo to take the midterm and the final. Those are important things for you to note. Also, the midterm for the class will be March 7th and 8th, and the finals will be on April 11th and 12th. Again, it's a matter of when you want to take the finals. Regarding the required textbooks, you will need the Composition of Everyday Life. This is a book, so make sure you have the right edition. There are several editions on there, and it's in your best interest to get this edition. On the syllabus, you have the ISBN number, so when you purchase the book, make sure that you buy that correct book. Otherwise, when we have assigned readings, if you buy a different edition, you're going to be off in regards to the course schedule, and some of the text that we'll be reading in class may not be in the book if you don't buy the correct one. So this will be your primary text, so make sure you get it sooner than later. Also, the class will also involve you watching some videos, so make sure that you also have access to this video, English 101. There are different ways that you can access that. I will go over those. And then lastly, you need a workbook. This is a writer's circle, so make sure you have this as well. And all of these 3 different components in conjunction with the in-person class meetings, that will be the bulk of the coursework. So make sure that you get your materials as soon as possible, because if you don't, you're going to fall behind, and that will not benefit your grade. Alright, in regards to the video, you are required to watch the videos from the writer's circle, and there are 4 different ways that you can watch them. Please refer to the syllabus under required video, 4 ways to watch the videos, so that you can find the different ways that you can watch them. In regards to the content for the course, we're going to be writing a lot during the semester because the emphasis of this class is writing. Specifically, you're going to write 1 research paper that will be divided into 3 short parts, and then eventually you're going to turn in the final version with an introduction and concluding paragraph. We will go over each of the specific requirements of the paper throughout in the next week or so. In addition to that, you are going to have a midterm based on your textbook. You are also going to have a final based on your textbook, and both the midterm and the final include a short essay that will be written in class on the day of the final. In addition to that, you will also be required to complete some assessments, which are discussions. You will be required to complete some discussions online for each week. You will be required to complete a total of 9, so make sure that you complete those during each week. Late work is not accepted, so it's important for you to complete everything on time. And also you will have 10 different tests that you will be able to take on course on the eTudes website. So make sure that you follow that course schedule as well. Follow the modules on the website, and if you follow along for each one of the weeks, you should not have a problem getting lost, and you should be able to complete your work on time. In regards to your writing assignments will be completed according to the Modern Language Association format. We will cover some of those requirements in class, but I also encourage you to take a test, if you will. Regarding the MLA format, I encourage students, if you would like to get some extra credit, up to 10 points, to take a workshop on MLA formatting, and you can take a workshop at your local campus. LA Mission College has a specific one, and you get a certificate upon completion of it, but please inquire within your campus's local writing center for different workshops that they offer regarding MLA format. And once you complete one of those, make sure that you bring me proof that you completed the workshop, and I will give you 10 points of extra credit. Additionally, I will be covering some MLA formatting requirements during the semester. So if you don't have time to do the workshops, which I highly encourage you to do, you'll be able to learn some of the basics in class. I need a breath. In addition to the in-class meetings, you will have weekly assignments that you have to complete online on the eTudes website. You will have different modules, so make sure that you follow the modules corresponding to each week. That way you don't fall behind, and you can do everything simultaneously as corresponding to the weeks that we will be meeting. While in class, I will expect you to participate voluntarily or when called upon. Why? Because it makes our discussions more interesting. It clarifies questions for you as well as your classmates, and it also gives you an opportunity to present your ideas and thoughts and opinions. So please, I encourage you to start participating. The sooner, the better. One important note for you to note is that if you decide that this class is not for you, maybe your schedule changes within the next few weeks, or you have some kind of emergency, whatever the reason may be, if you decide this class is not for you, it is important for you to withdraw from the class, because if you don't withdraw officially, what will end up happening is that you will get an F in the semester. So if you don't want that F on your transcript, it's best that you withdraw the class when you realize that the class is not going to work for you. And make sure that you pay attention to the deadlines to withdraw, because if you miss the deadline, you won't be able to withdraw from the class. So if something happens and you can't attend the class, you will end up getting an F. So it is very important for you to keep the deadlines in mind so that you don't miss them if you need to drop the class. Regarding deadlines, all of the work that is due will be due on time. I am very punctual, so I expect you to come to class at the starting time of each class meeting. Because if you are late when an assignment is due, I will not accept it late. So make sure that you are punctual. So if you're the type of person that would rather come to the afternoon classes, if that will work best for your schedule, just make sure that you know on what days and what times the class meets and at each campus. Regarding late work will not be accepted once again. And on the same token, there won't be any times for rewrites. You will have a chance to do a rough draft, which I will provide you feedback on, and other than that, you won't be able to do an assignment over. So whatever grade you get on your midterm, that's the grade that you will get. You won't have a chance to do it over. Attendance is extremely important, especially for a class in which we only meet 8 weeks, or 7 weeks in this case because of the holiday. So make sure that you attend every class meeting, because if you don't, I guarantee you that you probably won't do very well in the class. It is essential that you attend every class meeting if possible, so that you can complete the class with a grade that you will be happy with. Once again, make sure you're on time, and plagiarism will not be allowed in the class, so make sure you're familiar with the plagiarism policy as stated in the syllabus. And also on the syllabus, there is an opportunity for you to do an exercise regarding plagiarism, and that's a required assignment, so please refer to the syllabus for that. Laptops, unless unless you have a medical need to have a laptop in class, I don't allow them. But if you do have such a need, please let me know. Otherwise, pen or pencil will work for notes. And also note that I do post the notes for each week under each one of the different modules on Etudes. So you may want to print the notes ahead of time because the notes will be on the Etudes website before the class meeting. So feel free to print those notes ahead of time in case you want to take additional notes in class. You should be able to do that very effectively. And the syllabus. Please note that I may change the syllabus as we go during the semester, and if I do so, I will make sure to let you know what changes were made so that everybody is on the same page. And the reason I may do that is because sometimes what may happen is that I may think that something might not work or something might work better. I may want to cover material earlier or later. So in those cases, I may change the syllabus, and if I do, I will let you know so that everybody has a note of those changes. Classroom etiquette. Make sure that you refer to the syllabus. Under classroom etiquette, there are 18 points for you to review. It is essential that you review them and you understand them and you follow them. And if you do that, it is likely that we will have a very conductive class, a class that is conducted to positive learning, respectful learning, and a class in which everybody gets along.